Hey guys, this is a video I wanted to put together to help you guys out with your um, T-statistic extra credit homework thing. So for those of you who don't know how to do the T-statistic, this should help you out a little bit. So you want to get into Excel, you want to get your data in here. So I'm comparing what's at number 1 with what's at number 2. I think I said this was spoon and this was knife, and it's island B data, and this is time. This is how long it took to collect those 5 pieces of food at each trial. And I know I've only got 9 trials here, but this is just an example. So you can do that equals t dot test, and you'd pick the first array. That's what's at number 1. You'd hit a comma because we need a comma in there. Pick the second array of data. Then we're going to do a two-tailed distribution. I'm not going to get into that, but that's just what you want to do. And then two sample equal variance, so number 2. Close the parenthesis, hit enter, and you get 0.11, but that's only really good if you know what you're doing already, and a lot of us probably don't, so we need to do something a little bit different than that. So let's delete that. What we want to do instead is go up to this data tab. Your Excel might look slightly different than mine. This is Excel 2013. But I think the general principle applies across. So we go to data, and we want to go to data analysis, but that's not here for me, and it might not be there for you, so I'll show you how to get to that. The first thing you want to do is go to File, Options, Add-ins right here. So down this bar to Add-ins. Analysis Tool Pack, select that, click on it, and go to Go. Click on Go. And then you want to make sure that this box is checked for Analysis Tool Pack and hit OK. Alright, now it just popped up right there. So we're ready to use that. So click on Data Analysis, and it has lots of different statistic stuff in here, but we don't need all that. We just need t-test, two-sample, assuming equal variance. So click on that, hit OK. Then it's going to ask you for some data. Now I've got labels up here, so I need to check this box that says labels. If you don't have labels, then you want to make sure that that box is not checked. So again, we want to get variable 1's range, so that's going to be this. I'm including the label in it because I checked the box that said label. If I had it unchecked, then I would just select A2, and down. And then variable 2. The hypothesized mean difference, that's going to be our null hypothesis, and for the t-test our null is that there is no difference between the means of these two distributions, so we're going to say 0, no difference. Our alpha is the standard 0.05, that's like a 5% overlap between distribution, and then our output range is going to be where this thing spits out its information, so just select a big spot and then hit OK. And this is what you get. So it tells you the mean of the two groups, the variance of the two groups, the number of observations for each, the degrees of freedom, the t-stat, and then we want to look down here because we wanted to do a two-tailed distribution. So our p-value is 0.11, just like we got before with that t-dot-test formula. And looks like our critical t-value that we needed to reach in order to get significance was 2.11, and we only got 1.68, so that's why we haven't quite reached significance. The means here look pretty different, but the sample size is very small, right? So this one's 6, this one's 9, and it's only 9 observations, so I guess that comes out to almost significant, 0.11, but not, it doesn't meet our threshold of 0.05. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, because some of these numbers are really important. You want to make sure to get the degrees of freedom. You want to make sure to get the t-stat, not the critical t-stat value, just the t-stat, and then the p-value of the two-tailed test right here. Okay. And when you're reporting it, I got a little Word document here. And this is what I wrote in the email. What's at number 1 was not better adapted to island B than what's at number 2. I changed this because I did the test and found out that it wasn't significant, so I had to say was not better adapted. And then I put the statistics in parentheses at the end of that sentence. I have my p-value, 0.11. Again, that came from right here, 0.11. I've got my t statistic, 1.68, which came from right here, right there. And then I've got my degrees of freedom, 16, which came from right here. So that's how you want to approach doing the t statistic and looking for significant differences between two data sets for this homework. I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any other questions.